Chers auditeurs,
Dear listeners,
bonjour.
welcome to Comdarchipodcast Season 6.
Saison 6, dans le monde fascinant des architectes.
And in the architectural projects.
Je suis Anne-Charlotte Deponte, passionnée d'architecture et docteur des universités en histoire de l'archi.
I am one of the spokespersons of Anne Charlotte, who is a PhD in architecture history.
Merci.
Thank you
D'être avec moi aujourd'hui.
to be with us today.
Et
And
maintenant,
now,
lundi en français, place au talent.
and Wednesday, let's talk projects. In English, of course.
Bienvenue dans Comme d'Archi.
Dear listeners, welcome to this new episode of Comme d'Archi dedicated to Anne Labroille, an urban architect committed to inclusive spaces. This is Esther on behalf of Anne-Charlotte. I'm going to share with you the profile of Anne Labroille. This text was written by her agency. A graduate of the École d'Architecture et de Paysage de Bordeaux, Anne Labroille began her career with Villemotte et Associés in Paris, where she headed the urban planning department for 10 years. On the strength of this experience, she founded her own architectural practice to continue designing demanding public spaces, while broadening her field of action to include issues of citizen participation, mastery of use, and consideration of gender in urban and architectural dynamics. Today, she defines herself as a feminist architect, specializing in the design of inclusive urban spaces. She intervenes at various stages of projects, from project management assistance to urban and architectural project management. She mobilizes a range of practical tools, including gender-based diagnosis, quantitative and qualitative surveys, interviews, exploratory walks, and sensitive mapping. These analyses are disseminated in the form of workshops, training courses, toolboxes, and methodological and spatial recommendation booklets, in order to support those involved in urban design towards spaces where everyone can find their place. It works on a wide range of types of space, including urban renewal projects, station forecourts, school playgrounds, railway wasteland, and heritage areas. Convinced that any urban or architectural project can be a lever for equality, she attaches as much importance to the method as to the form of the projects. A commitment to transmission and professionalism. Alongside her professional practice, Anne Labroille has been teaching since 2016. She was associate lecturer at the Master of Urban Planning at Paris-Nanterre University, then at ESA, and regularly lectures at various architecture schools. Highly committed to promoting professional equality in the architecture sector, in 2017 she co-founded the association MEMO, Mouvement pour l'équité de la maîtrise d'œuvre. In 2021, she was elected to the Conseil régional de l'Ordre des Architectes d'Île-de-France, where she initiated a commission dedicated to equality. She is also vice president of the Maison de l'Architecture Île-de-France, where she works to disseminate architectural culture through exhibitions, symposia, workshops, and publications, exploring the links between gender, urban space, and the architectural profession. In 2020 and again in 2024, Anne Labroille will transform the former elementary school at 9 Rue de Vaugirard in the heart of Paris into a 1,000 square meters feminist third place, the Cité audacieuse. Supported by the Fondation des Femmes, the site is home to some 30 associations working for gender equality in a variety of fields. This project provided an opportunity to experiment with feminist architecture in concrete terms through the participatory method, spatial organization, and signage. The first floor, which is completely open plan, opens onto a shaded courtyard and offers a multifunctional public space, community cafe, co-working space, children's area, venue for exhibitions, debates, and events. On the upper floors, former classrooms are transformed into offices, meeting rooms, podcast studios, meeting places, and rest areas. The final stage of the project includes a participatory worksite. Disused sanitary facilities are converted into an eco-feminist pavilion dedicated to discussion groups. The project gives pride of place to reuse and bio and geosourced materials. Wood structure, straw, raw earth. An architect craftswoman led a participatory raw earth plastering project, introducing women to these building techniques. Finally, the question of intimacy is fully integrated into the project, with particular attention paid to washrooms, designed as welcoming, bright spaces that meet the varied needs of female users. Schoolyards in Bordeaux. In 2021, the city of Bordeaux will be transforming its school grounds with a dual aim: to combat heat islands and to integrate gender and inclusion issues. Anne Labroille is working with the local authority to define what an inclusive and egalitarian schoolyard can be. After a complete diagnosis of all the school playgrounds in Bordeaux, she drew up methodological and spatial principles. The aim was to enable every pupil, whatever their gender, age, or physical and cognitive abilities, to find their place in these redesigned spaces and to learn how to make them their own. For the past 4 years, she has been working alongside landscape architects Trouillot Hermel as part of the project management team led by AltoStep, supporting the project management teams in the concrete implementation of their projects, while ensuring that they are participative and inclusive. Gender Impact Assessment. Since 2021, Anne Labroille, in collaboration with Lucille Biarrot, has been supporting the City of Paris in integrating a gender component into its impact studies on an experimental basis. This approach aims to analyze urban projects through the differentiated uses of space according to gender. In particular, she is involved in the main Montparnasse, Porte de la Villette, and Zac Bédier-Audinet projects, as well as the local mobility plan. Each assignment includes an initial diagnosis based on field observations, gender counts, and meetings with local residents and players, in order to identify socio-spatial discrimination and propose levers for action. Its recommendations cover methodological, programmatic, spatial, and symbolic dimensions, with the aim of designing public spaces that are truly accessible and welcoming to all. She advocates an approach whereby thinking the city for women means thinking the city for all. Dear listeners, thank you for listening. See you next Wednesday for a new episode of Comme d'Archi. And until then, take care of yourself. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening. And thanks to the sound engineer who was collaborating with us today. Don't forget to tune in to our previews on Instagram at comdarchipodcast. If you enjoy this podcast, don't hesitate to promote it by giving it 5 stars and a little comment on Apple Podcast or on your favorite podcast platform. And above all, subscribe to listen to all of our episodes for free. See you soon, and until then, take care of yourself.